Welcome to another episode of Board Game TV, and today is Course Adventure Monday. And what better game to play than the poster child for adventure games, Fortune and Glory, another Flying Frog production. This game is a game that takes place basically in the 20s or 30s. It's basically Indiana Jones. You got a group of heroes trying to find fortune and glory. Going up against a certain group of villains. Our villains today are going to be the mob. And we have Franco Fettuccini. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Here he is. And Mickey the Hammer, who on his picture has a shotgun, but I guess his figure he has a bat. And these are little mobsters that are going to come into play. It's a fun game. It embodies everything from Flying Frog's early period of game production. A lot of dice chucking. A lot of dice chucking. And it comes with two expansions. I have them both. I have Treasure Hunters and Rise of the Crimson Hand. And if you're interested in this game, which I do recommend, it is a fun game. Yeah, it's fiddly. Yeah, it's a lot of components. But you know what? It's fun. It does take you back to that pulp style of game adventure. And it is very thematic, and it is fun. If you were to get an expansion, I would recommend Rise of the Crimson Hand because it adds another villain group. So, Fortune and Glory. We're fixing to get started. Let me get the board set, and we'll introduce our characters, and I'll explain to you what we got to do. Okay, so the board is set, and our characters are on their spaces on the board. And basically what we have to do, this is the villain track. If this ever gets to 15, we've lost the game. We're playing with 4 heroes, and they're going to be competitive, well, no, not competitive, cooperative. And they have to get 40 fortune. 40 of these in order to win, before the mob gets to 15. We have, our first character, and get out that glare here, Grant Jackson. He starts the game with a gear card, which he got a sword. And he's rough and tumble. Has +1 adventure dice on any test while at a jungle or desert space. And you see these are his stats right here. And he can take 6 wounds and has 1 defense. And I'll explain that how that goes when we get to it. Our next one is Sharron Hunter. She starts in New York. She starts the game with an ally card. And she got the Museum Curator. Gain 5 glory anytime you sell an artifact in this ally's location. And +1 lore. And his location is Paris. She's well traveled. It costs you 1 less movement to enter any sea space, minimum of 1. And flying between cities costs you 1 less fortune than normal. You can fly between cities and stuff like that. Certain cards grant you the ability to do that, so and it costs her 1 less fortune to do it. And there's her miniature right here, New York. And this was Grant Jackson's miniature right here. He's in Cape Town, South Africa. We have Jenna Butler, and she starts the game with 3 glory, which is like the currency of the game. You use glory to buy stuff. Made by ally cards for 2 glory less than normal. Gains +2 fight dice against any mob or female enemy or villain. And has +2 adventure dice on any mob or female femme fatale test. And she starts in Los Angeles, and this is her character right here. We have, last but not least, Dr. Zhukov. He's an academic. He starts in Moscow. Only hits in a fight on rolls of 5 and 6 instead of the normal 4, 5, and 6. So he's not a fighter. Adds +2 adventure dice during any tech or puzzle test. Has an escape plan. May always use cunning when testing to escape a fight or a collapsing temple. And he starts in Moscow, and there's his little miniature. Okay. Here's the board. As you can see, there's these little skulls on certain areas. We have one in the Devil's Reach, the Indonesian jungle, China, and where's the other one? Oh, there's another one on here somewhere. Oh, here it is, right here in front of me, Persia. Okay. And these correspond to the treasure. Like the red here is going to correspond to the Gauntlet of Medusa. And we have the Jar of the Monkey God, the Hammer of Illusion, and the Ring of the Golden Sun. We have to go try to find those treasures and get them. Once we get them, we can sell them in a city. And as you can see, there are city spaces on the map. And these are big cities, these golden ones right here. And these are small cities, these silver ones. We do it in the big city. If we sell them in the big city, we get a little bit more fortune. We sell them in the smaller city, we get the normal amount of fortune. And the normal amount of fortune they're worth is on the card. So you see this one's worth 6, this one's worth 3, this one's worth 6, and this one's worth 4. And while we're in possession of them, they'll each give you special abilities or negatives as well as positives. But we'll go over that if we get them. When you go into a city to sell your stuff, you draw a city card and you do what the card says, and then you can sell your stuff. Now, in the Treasure Hunters expansion, I believe it was, they came out with these little docks tokens. And that's if you go to a dock city, which you can see it has an anchor on it. Any dock city has an anchor on it. You're supposed to flip, get a token, flip it over. It'll have something either good, bad on there. So you can do that. Then you can do the city card, and then you can sell your stuff. And then sometimes when the city cards will say nothing happens or just another day in the city, you have these epic major city epic events, which you can roll a die and it's going to tell you what's going to happen in that city, just to add more variety to the game. That's all it does. Alright, you'll catch up on the rest as we go along. It's real easy. Like I said, there's just a lot of dice rolling to it. Each character is going to start with a personal mission. Grant here has one, and he gets to spin an adventure phase in each of the following cities: Rio de Janeiro and Sydney. He'll get 3 fortunes, so we definitely want to do that. Let's grab one for Sharron, and she have any 3 gear cards at the same time, including common items, and she'll get 1 fortune. Jenny get a sidekick ally, gain 2 glory at the start of each turn. And Dr. Zhukov here, his is defeat a Nazi enemy in combat. Well, it's very unlikely a Nazi enemy is going to come on board. It is possible, even though we're playing with the mobsters, but still, it's possible. We have enemy cards, we have Nazi enemies. A card may tell us to draw one, so it's not like we can get rid of it, but we still will gain 1 fortune if we do that. Okay, so let's get started. I already rolled for initiative, and Dr. Zhukov rolled 1, so actually he gets to roll first. As you see, he's in Moscow, so the closest one to him is probably the Jar of the Monkey God in Persia. So let's roll and see if he can get there and see what happens. Okay. And as you can see, they come with a little handy dandy cooperative game round thing. And bam. If we roll a 1 on movement, we get a free event card. And so it kind of tells you what to do. So let's go. Dr. Zhukov first. He rolls a 1. So he does not make it. So it's going to cost him 1 to come out of Moscow. And he's over there in Russia. But he does get an event card. So let's see what he got. Play immediately. Place a mobster thug in 2 random cities on the board. Yeah. Well, that's a terrible event, but we got to do that. Okay. And how do we do that? Well, we just pick our location card. It's here from the deck, and the top part of it's going to tell you region. The bottom part will tell you the town. So we're going to put 1 in Shanghai. here. And the other one is going to go in Paris. And that is right here. Now I'll go over that, what they do in a little bit. But that's his turn. We're going clockwise, so basically we're just going to go to here to Grant. And he rolls a 2. It's going to cost him 2 to go over here. But there's people in America's over there. So we're just going to have him move 1, 2. He's going to the Serengeti. He's going to try to go over here. Next up is Sharron. She rolls a 4. Finally a little bit better. And we'll get her to go 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Wait, 1, 2. Can't do that. 3, 4. So she's here at the Andes. She's almost there. And last but not least is, I'm sorry, I did the wrong one. It's her turn. So she's going to move 3, and she's also going to come here to Western Europe. 4. Okay, now it's Jenna Butler. You get the ladies 6. Okay, well that's good because that means she can get here to the Devil's Reach. Okay, so that's our movement phase. Adventure phase. Starting with the first player, each hero interacts with the space, city, or adventure they are in. Okay, well, nobody is in a city space, so we will not do a city card. These guys are in just a regular space, so really nothing's going to happen with them, except for our girl here, Jenna Butler. She is in the same area as the Ring of the Golden Sun. So she can do an adventure. Now let's look at the Ring of the Golden Sun while we're here. This is it. It's worth 4 fortune. You have to complete 4 tests, 4 adventures to get it. And as long as she has this, she is -1 cunning. And of course, these little special abilities are for if villain gets it, they get power-ups and stuff like that. So she's there. So let's do an adventure for her. Alright, here's our adventure deck. As you can see, it's a big deck, but we're going to draw from the bottom of the deck because we don't want to see what the adventure card is. So, let's get it. And there we go. Alright, Femme Fatale. Well, good. She gains +2 fight dice here. Glory 4. You play it right into her hands. Try to sneak out while you still can. Draw a random female villain and add them to the adventure. Roll a sneak test to get past the villain. If successful, the danger is passed. If discovered, complete any fight rounds and then flip the cliffhanger. Okay, now, sneak test. I'll explain that in just a second. But there is only one mob, Femme Fatale. Let me get her, and then we'll put her on the board. She probably won't stay on the board very long, but hey, who knows. Okay, so we picked Vanessa Love here. This is her character. She has a search of 4, and that's important because that's what we're going to have to use to get past her sneak test. But I made an error before we do that. Any person in space that doesn't have any interaction actually does roll a die. On a 4, 5, or 6, they get to draw an event card. They roll a 1, that means they are attacked. So we got to rectify that real quick. So let's rectify that. And we'll start with Dr. Zhukov. Okay, he rolled a 5, so he gets an event card. Attack at sea. Place on any hero in a sea space. Okay, their turn immediately ends. Okay, there is no hero on a sea space. Or play while in a sea space during your adventure phase to gain 3 glory. So he is to keep this card. And if he wanted to, he could play the top part on another hero, but we're playing cooperative, so when he goes to sea space, he can play that during his adventure phase to gain 3 glory. It's Grant Jackson's turn. Okay, he rolled a 5. And play immediately. Every hero may immediately draw a gear card. Adventure gear. Well, that's good. That's a good card. So let's start with him since he got the card. He gets another gear card, and he got a monocle. Gives him +1 cunning. Sharron gets a Tommy gun, +4 combat. Wow, that's pretty good. Jenny gets a lucky lighter. Reroll any single die you just rolled. Okay. And Dr. Zhukov gets a machete. Okay. Well, that was actually pretty good. Okay. Sharron gets to go her turn. And she rolled a 6. And her event is place a Crimson Hand Alkalite on any 2 artifacts. Limit 1 per adventure. Okay. We're not going to do that. We're going to do a different card. We're not going to play with the Crimson Hand. We're just not. We'll eventually play them, and I'll explain that then. Gear up. Play on any hero to allow them to immediately draw a gear card, or place to give any ally +2 loyalty until the end of the game round. Okay, we're going to do the gear up. Now, we want to give Sharron the gear card. So we're going to allow us to play it. She's going to gain another gear card, and it's a revolver. Okay. Now she has 2 gear cards. 1 more, including common items, and she gets 1 fortune. She's doing pretty good. Look at her combat. Wow, she's going to be a powerhouse. You can carry up to 3 gear and 3 allies. So she's doing pretty good on that. Okay, now we're back to Jenny. Alright, she has a search of 4. We'll use the green dice for the bad guys. Now I have to pick a number between 1 through 6. And if that number comes up, then I believe it is. It's let's see here. Where is that? Oh, dang it. Yeah, I have to pick a number between 1 through 6. I roll as many dice as I have for the search. And if I roll that number for every one I do, I have to complete a fight round. Okay. I'm going to say number... Oh, let's not roll any 1s. Come on, let's not roll any 1s. Shit. Well, I rolled 1-1. Okay, so we have to complete a fight round against her. And then we're going to have to flip the cliffhanger, which is terrible. Okay. Well, activate. Reroll any single dice you just rolled. Okay, I could re-roll that one. We're going to activate, and maybe it'll be that 1. Roll 1, 2. Woo! Okay. So, we did sneak past her. So, Vanessa is done. We've completed this. If we would have failed, we would have to flip the card, and it would have a harder test on back, but we completed this test. So, what we're going to do, we're going to put that aside. We gained 4 glory. But not quite just yet. And I'll explain that in a second. We're going to put it at 4 glory right here. And we're going to put a test marker here to show that we passed 1 test. We have 3 more to do. Now, I can either stop and camp. And if I did, that means I would take this glory and add it to my pile. Or I can press on and risk another test. And that's what I want to do. Why not? I mean, we're here. Why not? We did good on that one. And we have Shady Warehouse. Okay. Glory 3 if we pass. The trail leads to a warehouse at the docks with guards at the door. Sneak past, find another way in, or go say hello. Now, we can do 3 things. We have an agility. And her agility is 3. Or cunning. Or fight. Okay, let me explain how this is going to work. So, if I do the agility, I have an agility of 3. So I would get 3 dice. and I would have to roll a 5 or higher. If I did, then I have to do that 3 times. I can roll again, get 5 or higher, and then roll again, 5 or higher. I have to do that 3 times, and then I would pass this test. If I would fail, that would end my turn. I would lose this, and I would have to flip the card for next turn. Or I can do cunning. I'm sorry, that's only 2 tests. I don't know why I was thinking 3. I can do cunning. She has a cunning of 3. I only would have to do that once, but I would have to get a 6. Or I can fight some mobsters. I'd rather not fight. So I'm going to do the cunning. I mean the agility. And I have a 3, so it's got 3 dice. So I need a 5 or higher. Come on. I did it. Even though I knocked down, I got 1 5 right here. So I passed my first test. So I got to do it again. Oh, yes. Okay. Got it with that 1 die over here. Alright, so we passed that test. Now I got 3 glory out of that. Okay. Put that right there in my little pile. Now, I can press on or I can camp. And I'm going to risk it, and we're just going to press on. Doing so good with her. Alright, we have Ancient Puzzle. Okay, this is where it might get bad. This is where I might have made a mistake. The gears are beginning to move. Decipher this ancient puzzle before it's too late. Well, crud. She has a lore of 3. I guess it's not too bad. I have to get 1 5 or higher. Kind of like last time. Alright, come on, come on. We can do it. Yes. Alright, got a 5 there. So guess what? 2 more glory for me. Okay. Alright, so third now. Should I camp or risk it all and go for the final test to get the Ring of the Golden Sun? Well, I'm going to go for the final test. Why not? Let's get it done with. And we have Wild Beast. You have stumbled into the beast hunting ground. Outrun it, outsmart it, or stand firm. Okay, so you can see I can pick which one I want to do. I'm definitely not doing combat. I'm probably going to do lore again. I have to do that twice just like I have been doing. Okay, come on, let's get some lucky here. We got to roll 5, at least 1 5. And look at that, 3 4s. I failed. I cannot re-roll my die to use that this turn, so I have failed. So all this goes bye-bye. Pushed my luck one too many times. And I'm in a cliffhanger. And so I'm going to flip that, and next turn I have to do this. And if I pass, I will get the glory. And I will get the Ring of the Golden Sun. And I'll have this reactivated, so I will be able to re-roll a die. But oh, we were so close. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Alright, well that is our adventure phase. Now let us move on to the villain phase. And we have to draw a villain event card. Vile Tactics. Roll once on the Vile Organization Tactics chart. Move the villain track 1 step. Not a good card. So let's move this 1. It's going to 1. And we have to roll once on the chart. Now, as you can see, they have tactics. Oh, we forgot. You know what we forgot to do? We forgot to put the mob headquarters in Chicago. Chicago. Of course, Chicago. So we're going to put this little thing here in Chicago. That's the mob headquarters. Oh, well, that's probably the wrong token. Where's that? Where's the mob headquarters at? here we go. Mob headquarters here in Chicago. Okay. So now we have to roll once on their tactics chart. And we rolled a 1. New hideout. Place a new mob hideout in a random city. If there's already a hideout in that city, redraw the random city. Okay, so we're going to have to put a hideout in Venice. So let's take that, and we'll take this little token. Put this in Venice, right here, to represent another mob. Okay. So that was the villain event. It was not a good event. Yeah, we don't want that to happen. Alright, Outpost Zeppelin Step. Okay, so the mob has special things, like as you can see right here. They have special rules. Now each villain group has different special rules, and eventually you'll see. All gear and common items cost extra 2 glory to heroes to buy. I have to remember that. We haven't bought any yet. We've gotten freebies, so. One hideout in a random city. Well, dang it, I got to put another mob hideout here in Los Angeles. Well, that's terrible. Let's start out with. Okay. And the mob has this thing, the special ability, anytime that you use an ally or an ally uses an activate, they have to make a loyalty test. And if failed, the ally is gone. Okay. During the outpost step of the villain phase, roll a d6 for the mob HQ. On a roll of 4, 5, or 6, place a mobster thug figure in a random city on the board. If there's already a mobster thug there, said move the villain track 1 step. Okay, we have 3 mob HQs on the board. We already have 2 mobsters on the board. Okay, roll a d6 for the mob HQ. Okay, those are hideouts. Okay. So let's see what we're going to roll. A 6. On a roll of 4, 5, 6, place a mobster thug in a random city. Alright, another mobster thug is coming on the board, and his one's going to Berlin. So the mob is just expanding, looks like over here in Europe there. Okay. Now there are ways we have to attack the hideout, stuff like that. We can do that, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Okay, so now we're going to roll for initiative to see who the first player is. Alright. Grant gets a 3, Sharron gets a 5, Jenny gets a 6, Zhukov got a 6, so it's going to be one of them. Jenny, jeez, 5, 1, well, it looks like, oh, jeez, 3, 4. Okay, so Zhukov goes first, and we go basically in the same order as we went last time. Now the mobsters, I know you may be asking, are the mobsters going to move from the city? No, unless they are taken off the board in some way, they're going to stay in those cities. And that's going to hinder us, okay? So, if you were to go to one of those cities with the mobster on the board, then in order to do anything in that city, you have to fight the mobster. Now, let me see here. Get their card, and these are their cards right here. So, yeah. So you don't want to fill up the board, limiting where you can go. Okay, so Dr. Zhukov's turn. He's going to roll. He rolls a 1 again. Good God, Zhukov. Well, he's here in Persia. He gets an event card as well. Sandstorm. Place on any... Oh, you know what? We forgot. Let's go back. We have the villain turn. Okay, so Mickey is the first villain. And he's going to go to the board. And basically, he's going to go to the board, the space that has the highest of the fortune. He's going to go to one of these. Now, the hammer and the gauntlet have the highest. So we're going to roll. 1 through 3 is the hammer. 4 through 6 is the gauntlet. Okay, he's going to go to the hammer of illusion. This is him here. And then he's going to stay on there, and the next turn he's going to come out. Okay, and when he comes out the next turn, he's going to have an adventure to try to get this artifact. Okay, so you basically have one free turn before the mobsters start trying to get artifacts. Okay, so let's redo Zhukov here. Okay, 6. Well, let's send him to, since he's rolled a good number, 1, 2. I could send him there, and he can try. That's what we're going to do. We're going to send him here to the Indonesian jungle, and he's going to try to get this artifact before the mobster does. Mob boss does. Okay. Next is going to be Grant. And Grant is over here. He rolls a 3. So he goes 1, 2, 3. He's in Persia. Sharron, she rolled a 6, which is a good roll. So she can go 2, 3, 4. She goes to China. And then of course, we're not going to have to roll for her, but we're going to roll and see if she gets a 1 to get an event. She does not. Okay, so she's there. Okay, so that is their turn. Now it's Dr. Zhukov's turn. And let's see what he's going to have to do. Okay, so it's Dr. Zhukov's turn, and he's over here. And he wants to try for the Hammer of Illusion. It only requires 3 tests. But there's a villain there. And the way that works is he can try for it. And if he decides to press on after he passes the test, he has to make a sneak test past the villain every time he presses on. But luckily it only has 3, or unlucky, because if he doesn't make it, the villain gets to try, and the villain will probably pick that up in one swoop. But okay, so we're with Zhukov. And let's see what his test is going to be. And high-speed car chase. You'll have to step on the gas if you want to get away. Agility. Now, I don't know if you noticed, I'll grab an older card. Okay. You see how these X and these X's are different. These are highlighted, or even more bold than this one. These are danger tests. And what that means is I have to pass those on one roll, basically. I have to get 2 5s in one roll. And that is not going to be good, especially with a 2 agility. So I have to roll 2 5s and 2 6s. I kind of doubt that oh boy, I'm going to be able to make this. So we can just go ahead and say this is going to be a fail. I kind of already can see that. Yeah, we failed. Okay, so we failed. We'll have to flip this and do that. So that's the end of his turn. Grant's turn, and Grant is here at the Jar of the Monkey God. He's going to have to do 4 tests if he wants to pass this. So let's see what his first test is going to be. The Riddle of Nardoo. One of the greatest mysteries of the ancient world, you are faced with the nefarious Riddle of Nardoo. Sealed in the stone passage and surrounded by the bones of those that have come before, you have but one way out. Okay, he has 3 lore, so he has to get at least 1 6. And now they got real hard, these tests. And he did not. He did not get that. Okay. So, we're going to flip that card. Oh, wait a minute. He has +1 adventure dice on any test while at a jungle or desert space. He is at a desert space. So, we get to roll 1 more die. Okay, well, that was not a success. Okay, so he failed this test. So Sharron's turn. And Sharron is here in China. And she's going to try the Gauntlet of Medusa. Hopefully she'll have better luck than the other 2 people. And so her test is Cargo Plane Mishap. Something's not right. Your flight has been sabotaged. Find a way out of this mid-air predicament. Cunning of 6. She has a cunning of 3. Yeah. Okay. So we gotta get a 6. We did. We got a 6. Look at that. Alright, so she passed this test. She's gonna gain 3 glory. We're gonna put it here, and we're gonna decide if we're gonna press on or not. And since it requires only 3 dangers, we probably will press on. So let's press on. And we have followed by cultist. You are being followed. Lose them down a back alley or turn around and say hello. We'll probably do cunning. Her cunning is 3. We just got to get 4 4s. Okay, well we got 1. We got 2. 3 and 4. Okay, so we passed that one. So we get 2 more glory. And we're going to press on and do the final test. We already did this one. Let's do a different one. Okay, here we go. Well, it's the same thing. Basically, except femme fatale. Okay, so come on. Let's do a different one. We did one like that already. There we go. Stowaway on a Zeppelin. Okay. Sneak aboard or fight your way through. Cunning. She has 3 cunning. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, she passed. So we're going to gain 4 glory, so she now has 9 glory. And she gets the Gauntlet of Medusa. So we'll take that. After all dangers, you must either take D6 hits or discard an ally that is with you to get the artifact. Well, we're going to have to take D6 hits. We take 1. We have a defense of 0, so there we go. There's a wound. Okay, and let's figure out, let's get a new artifact on there and get going. Okay, so how are we going to get a new artifact? Well, this is the way we do this. Is you just pick an adventure and artifact card and put them together. So we have the Axe of the Damned right here. And we have to put it in a location. And it's going to be the Andes. So we'll just take this little red thing off of there and put it in the Andes. And here we go. Okay, so she has 6 fortune, 9 glory. We got to go to the city and sell that off. The closest big city is Hong Kong, so that's not too bad. It's a port city. Now, port cities, you do have a chance to lose your stuff. So, if we can, we may go back to Moscow. It just depends on the dice. roll. But now we're back to Jenna Butler. And she is here, nowhere to run. Looks like you're going to have to fight. Fight dice and wounds. Okay, so we're going to have to fight, or we can escape. She has agility 3, so let's do the escape. We'll escape. Now, if we escape, we do not get the glory. Okay, but we do pass this and get the artifact. So we got to get 2 5s. Okay, we got 1. And we got it. Okay, so we escaped. This is done with. We passed our test. And Jenny now has gotten the Ring of the Golden Sun. And let's put a new artifact on the board. The Caverns of Lost Souls. Now we're not going to play. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do mines. We're just going to do regular old adventures. We'll do mines in another game. I just want to show you how the basic gist of it works. Okay, and this location is going to be the Yucatan. Okay. Right here. All this close by. Okay. Sword of Lost Souls. Okay, now she has, there's a city there. It's not a big city, but maybe better than nothing. Oh no, it's a dock city. Okay, and that's the end of the turn, so now it's the villain's turn. Okay. We have to draw a villain event, so let's do that. Vile Tactics. Roll once on the villain organization's tactics chart. Move the villain track 1 step forward. Okay, so they're at 2. Let's roll on their chart. And there we roll a 5. Kidnap. Every hero with at least 1 ally must roll off. Okay, we only have 1 hero with an ally, so they're going to be the one. Okay, their ally is taking a place next to Vile Organization's record sheet. While kidnapped, the ally might not be used in any way. So the ally has been kidnapped. Okay. Well, that's not going to happen. We do have a... Okay. Alright, well, if we destroy the mob or hideout, we can get the ally back. If not rescued by the time the next Vile Tactics card is drawn, the ally is removed from the game and the villain track is moved 1 step forward. So we're going to have to think about whether or not we want to actually go rescue that guy. I'm probably not going to. Let's do the outpost step. Okay, we have to roll a 4, 5, or 6. Oh, we did not have to roll 4, 5, and 6, but we did. So now we have to place a mobster on a random space, Shanghai. And we already have one there. So what says that if that happens? If there's already a mobster thug there, move the villain track 1 step forward. So the villain track is now at 3. And they don't even have any treasure yet. That's great. Okay, villain adventure step. It's going to be our guy here. Mickey the Hammer. He's there. He's going to search. Franco gets to come on the board. He's going to go after the Hammer of Illusion. He's not going to go after the hammer. So it's either going to be the axe or the sword. So let's roll to see where he's going to go. The Sword of Lost Souls. So he is going here to the Yucatan. He is going to try. Now he has a search of 4. So he gets to roll 4 dice. And for every success he does, he gets to pass the test. But he also gets to take wounds unless he's... Let's see here. When searching, he gets a wound on a 1 or 2. Okay, if he is KO'd in a fight, the hero gains 2 fortune. Okay, now he's going to be -1 die to search because there is a hero on his same space. So anytime there's a hero on his same space, He's -1. So let's hope he rolls a bunch of 1 or 2s. And he did not roll any 1 or 2. He actually got 2 successes. So that means he got 2 successes on searching it for this thing. This thing takes 3. So 1 more success and he gets the Hammer of Illusion. Hopefully Dr. Zhukov can stop that. Alright, so let's roll for initiative. It's our hero's turn again. And we're going to start with Grant, 1. Sharron gets 6. Jenny, 3. And Zhukov, 2. So Sharron is our first player. He rolled a 1 on initiative. He gets an event. And he gets the Sandstorm thing. And there's nobody in the desert space, is there? No. Alright. Okay. So she gets to go. And she rolled a 4. Let's see, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not quite in Washington, but next turn she will get there. Jenny, here. Dang it. I keep getting those two mixed up. She rolled a 4. So she gets to go 1, 2, 3. She goes to Moscow. Now it's Jenny's turn. I'm sorry, 2. Well, she only rolled a 2. So we're gonna take the shortcut. We're gonna go 1, 2. She's gonna go to Rio. Zhukov is still here. He's not gonna move, and he didn't roll a 1. And Grant is there. He's not gonna move. He rolled a 1, so he gets an event card. Okay. Okay, so Sharron is up here in Moscow, so we're going to draw a city card. Auction. Place an auction marker at this city. Any hero at this city may sell their artifacts at auction. Roll a d6 for each artifact sold. Okay, we're going to risk it. It's going to remain in play, and we're going to roll a die to see if we can gain some extra fortune. 6, look at that. +4 fortune. Wow. So, she gets 10 fortune. Okay. So this is gone out of the game. Also, she can buy a gear card. Now remember, because of the mobster thing, it costs an extra 2 glory for gear. But we're going to pay the 6, 7, and she's going to buy a gear card. And she gets goggles. That's 2 to venture dice during take her flying. This card to prevent all wounds from a single source. It's good. And because she has her 3 gear cards, she has done her personal mission. And she gets 1 fortune for that. So that's good. So we have 11 fortune now. Jenny is here at a dock city. So we're going to take the top dock thing, draw a gear. Well, that's good. And she gets personal library. Location, your home city. Cancel an event or villain event on the roll of d6 5+. Well, okay. It's not too bad. And she's going to sell the Ring of the Golden Sun for 4. So she gains 4 fortune. She doesn't have enough money to really buy anything, so. Zhukov was last in this test here. Rolling a wreck. Turning too sharply, the car rolls, tumbling out of control. Got to do an agility. He has 2 agility. We got to get 3 4s. Okay, we didn't get any. Okay, now I can spin a wound. It's called, I guess, pressing your luck. Get a wound to try to keep going. And I will do that. I get to roll 1 die. No. I'll do it again. No. I'll do it again. No. 4. No. 5, I can do it one more time and then I'm KO'd. No, I cannot believe that. God damn it. I have taken 5 wounds. Alright, well, this will be the last day. No. Okay, so this killed me. This got me out. I'm not really dead. I am knocked out. So I'm KO'd. I'm going to end up going back to my home spot. I don't have much of anything to lose. I do have to lose my machete. So that's bad. And let's put me down there. Zhukov, you suck. Okay, alright, well, Grant here, walls closing in. Lore or cunning, he's better at lore, so let's get at least 1 5. Okay, he got 1. And he did not. Oh, wait, I do get a +1 cunning. And also, I do get an extra die for being in a desert space. And I did get it. Okay. I almost forgot about that. So walls closing in, we've passed. We get 3 glory for that. Alright. And let's press on. Why not? Boat chase. Outrun the speeding boats in your wake. Okay, we gotta get 4. We have agility 3 +1 because we're in the desert. Alright, we did 1, 2, and 3. So we passed that. So let's get 2 glory. Let's put this here. We get a 5-er. Our second test is passed. And let's see, we have 2 more to go because the jar takes 4, as you can see. And we're going to go keep on. We're going to press our luck. Shadowy Castle. The dark keep on the hilltop stands tall against the grim sky. Find a way to sneak in or go knock and see if anyone is home. Lore or cunning. Alright, well, I have 3 cunning. All I gotta get is a 4 or higher. I do get an extra dice because, like I said, I'm in the desert space. So let's get at least 3 4s. Come on. We got 2 6s. Okay, we need 1 more. We got it. Okay, so we passed that. We get 4 glory for that. And we passed our little test. I can press on or stop. And you know me, I'm going to press on. I'm not going to stop. We're too close. So let's do our last test and hope we're successful. Secret ritual. You stumbled into a clandestine ritual of the dark arts. Sneak by undetected or break up the party to get to the bottom of what's going on here. Well, we have another agility test. So we get 3 agility. We just need 4 higher. So let's go. Alright, we got 1 4. 2 6s, that's 3. Come on, so 1 more and we passed it. And we got it. Alright. 2 glory. And we get to keep all this glory. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 15 glory. So we have 15 glory. We have recovered. Take these off. The Jar of the Monkey God. While at this adventure your defense is reduced to 0. Well, that didn't come into play. And let's pick a new artifact. The Shadow of Shadows. Okay. Let's see where this is going to be at. New Zealand. Way down here. Okay. that's going to be only worth 3, but if we can sell it at a big city, we can get 4 for it. Okay, and that is the end of our hero's turn. So let's see what we got to do next. Let's give this to Grant first. Okay. Alright, villain event. Vile tactics. God, man, come on. Okay, so this is going to move. Our ally is, I guess, killed, so that's going to go to 5. And we have to roll once on their chart. And we rolled a 1, and that's a new hideout. Moscow. Where we're at. So we got some problems there. Okay. Oh boy. Alright, now let's do the Mob HQ. No, I rolled a 3, so no mobster is placed on the board. So now we have the villain adventure step. More than likely, he is going to get that artifact. So let's do a search. This time he gets his 4 full dice because Zhukov is not there. Yep, he passed. So he gets to go back home. We'll take these off. And now he has the Hammer of Illusion. Let's put a new artifact on the board. The Crown of Osiris. It's going to the Heartland. Okay. Oops, I don't know why I did that. And there we go, here and here. All right, we'll move up his track in a minute. Let's do Franco. He has a search of 5. Anytime he would take a wound roll, d6. Okay. And 1+1 combat for each artifact they have. He has a search of 5. And he just needs 4 successes. Okay, well, he got 1, 2, 3 successes, and he took 1 wound. So we'll put 3 on him for here. But he did take a wound. Anytime he would take a wound, roll a d6. On a 5 or 6, he ignores that wound. This guy's a tough guy, I guess. Okay, well, he don't ignore it, so he takes a wound. So he's still there. He's good. He's not going to come out until next turn. So let's roll for initiative and see what we get. Grant gets a 1. He gets an event. Sharron 4. Jenny 6. Zhukov 6. So Jenny 6. 2. Okay, so Jenny's going to be our first player. Grab this dice here. Let's give Grant a event card. Planning a hero may not carry more than 3 allies. Okay, so he gets some extra allies and stuff. Alright, and we'll start our turn in just a second. Okay, so what did we do? Every time the villain gets an artifact, we move the villain track up 2 spaces. So it went from 5 to 7. Then every time they have 3 fortune, the villain track moves up 1. Well, he got 6 for the hammer, so it gets to move up twice when we put this back. So they are quickly at 9. And we're in trouble. We are in some serious trouble. We're not even halfway to getting our 40. Okay, Jenny, where are we going? Well, she's in Moscow. She can get out of Moscow. The closest one maybe here, here, here. Yeah, they're all over there. Alright, so 1, of course. Of course. Okay, so we'll send her to Russia. She gets an event card at least. Every hero may immediately draw 2 event cards. Okay, I'm going to start with Jenny. I'm sorry. Dang it, I did it wrong again. She only rolls 1. She got the event card. Because Jenny went first. I keep mixing up Jenny and Sharron. Ugh. Okay, so Jenny gets to draw 2 event cards. See what they are. When a hero or enemy is about to take a wound, prevent that wound. When it place a mobster thug in 2 random cities on the board. Well, that's terrible. So we're going to have one at Barcelona. And one at Washington, D.C. I guess that would figure. Okay. Okay. Dr. Zhukov gets 2 event cards. Every hero may immediately draw a gear card. Okay, Zhukov. Science Laboratory. Grant. It's a bullwhip, so he has 3 items, and he's a fighter. Reference books, lore. Okay, she can only have 3. We'll keep. We'll get rid of the gun and keep the books. That way we have high stats with everything. And Jenny. A rifle. Okay. Okay. Now, his other event card. Play immediately to take an ally or gear card from the discard pile. Choose any unsold common item on. Okay. We'll give him. We'll take the revolver. Okay. Grant's 2 event cards. Play letting a hero an escape test. Automatically pass an escape test. Ooh, okay. Well, that's a good card. If I could just reach, play to immediately take a gear or ally from the discard pile. Well, there's nothing we really want to take. So, we're not going to use that card. Okay, and Sharron gets 2 event cards. Okay. Okay. Well. Okay. Alright. So that was Jenny's turn. It's Dr. Zhukov's turn. Roll for him. He rolls a 1, of course. So we'll put him in Eastern Europe, and he gets an event card. Play to let hero escape. Okay, well, I guess that's a good one. Grant, 2. We're trying to get him to a city. See, there's a mob HQ there, but there's no mobster. We get him 1, 2 to Hong Kong, and he can sell that to Jar. And then Sharron up here, 1. Good God Almighty with the 1s. Okay, well, she'll go to Germany, and she gets an event card. Plan a hero to give him +5. Plan a hero to give yourself to give him +3 move this turn. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to give her +3 move. 1. 1, 2, 3. 1. We moved her 1. That's Zhukov. What the hell am I doing? She was in Moscow, so we're gonna have to 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, does Jenny have an adventure of any sorts? No. Zhukov, he have an adventure of any sorts? Yes, he gets an event card. Okay. We might do that. Grant is at Dock City. He gains 2 fortune. Well, that's good. And he's going to sell this for 3. So it gives him 5. Oops, well, first we have to have a city adventure. You may fully heal. Okay, since he can, just another day in the city, we're going to use the epic chart. And he is in Hong Kong. And we roll a 1 die 6. 6. You are contacted by a member of the Silent Dragon, an ancient order dedicated to protecting the world from dark magic. To have some insight into your next adventure, take a marker to represent this information. Anytime you discard the marker, get the game +3 adventure dice on a test. Okay, so he gets the adventure marker. Okay. And Sharron, we'll see if she has an adventure 1. She's not. As a matter of fact, she's going to be attacked. But she, yes. And we have to do an enemy. And we have mobsters. Okay, so this is how you combat. They're going to combat instantaneously. So the mobsters get 3 fight dice. Okay. We have 7 fight dice because we have a combat of 3 plus 4. Let's see here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we did 3 wounds to them. They did 2 wounds to us. That was a 5 and a 4. So she's going to take 2 wounds. She has no defense, so she can't block a wound. That's what the little defense stat is for right here. And as you can see, she has 0 defense. So now she has 3 wounds. So we're going to have to get her to a city pretty soon and let her heal. She did 3 wounds to them. One more wound, she kills them. Alright, so she did 2 to them. They did 2 to her. So she beats these guys. So like I said, it happens simultaneously. She gets 3 glory for beating them. So we'll give her 5. Alright, but she took 2 more wounds, so she's going to have 5. She can have 7. Okay, and so that was her turn. Okay, so now it is the villain's turn. And of course, we have the villain event. I could have swore I've shuffled these. Okay, we're going to move the villain track 1 step. It's at 10 now. And we have to roll on their chart, which is a 3, and that's kidnap. Now we have no allies, I believe, for that. And I remember it said if we have no allies, we have to move the villain track 1 more step. So there we go. We're going to have to attack a mob headquarters. If we successfully attack a mob headquarters, we can roll the thing, die 3. We can move that back, die 3 spaces. So we're gonna have to do that. That's just gonna have to be done. Because he's on the verge of getting 1. So to move 2. Actually, and then +3. Yeah, he'll get 1. Wow. Okay. This is looking real bad. So let's start the outpost phase. We got to roll for 4, 5, or 6. We did not get one, so okay, that's good. Okay, now he's going to come out on the board, and he's going to go to the highest one, which is still the axe or the sword, so we'll roll for that. And it's going to be the sword. I mean, sorry, it has to be the axe. That's right, because he's at the sword. So he comes out here. Of course, Franco is here. All he has to do is a search test, and basically, if he gets this done right, we have lost, basically. Because he will get 2 for the artifact, which will put him at 13. And the artifact is worth 3. No, well, we'll have barely live. All right, let's go. Okay, he gets 2 successes. So he does gain that artifact. Okay, so he does get the axe. Yeah, well, I messed up. He was supposed to do this stuff, but it wouldn't have mattered. So he gets that. So let's move this twice. It's worth 5 fortune. So he's going to get 2 put on his thing, and it's going to move up 1 for the 3. So they're at 14. 1 more, and it's over with. Yeah, we're going to have to attack. And he comes off. Dang it. Picked the wrong one. So just 3. So I only moved 1. Okay. So we are going to have to move. I keep grabbing the wrong ones, and I don't know why. So we'll put him back on his card and give him back 2. Okay, let's figure out where the next artifact's going to be. The Shield of Zeus. There we go. While at this adventure, cancel any event played during your adventure phase on a roll of d6 3. Let's see where this is going to go. Mexico City. I'm sorry, not Mexico City. Mexico. So we just move up here. Shield of Zeus is there. Okay, so it is our turn. Let's roll for initiative. We start with Grant. He rolls a 1. Sharron 2. Jenny 5. Zhukov 3. So same order, but we do get a event card for Grant. Place on any hero. They complete a danger. The hero may fully heal, gains glory equal to their wounds. Okay. Okay. Let me see if we got any cards we can play on any of these cats. He's in a mountain jungle. No. No. Okay, Jenny. We're gonna have to get you to a mob HQ. You're not doing anything anyways. She rolls a 1. Well, that's awful. Mighty, man. Play on any test that here is about to take. That test is now a deadly test. Oof. Okay, we'll just go ahead and discard that because I'm not giving any hero deadly test. So we won, so we're stuck. To be honest with you. Best I can do is send her to London or not move. Yeah. Zhukov. He can go to a mob place. Let's go to the mob place in Moscow. That's where he's going to go. Grant is down here. 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, he's at New Zealand. Sharron. I'm sorry. We should have moved her here. Yeah. Sharron 2. Well, she really still can't do anything. 1, 2. I can send her to the Alps. Okay. Jenna Butler. She's at the same spot as him. She's at the Axis Dam. We get 3 tests. We can do it. So let's go, Jenny. Nightclub rendezvous. Discover the truth as you pick your way through the crowded nightclub to meet with your contact. We got to get a cunning of 6. It's cunning of 3. We need 6. We did not get it. Okay, I can activate that. Which we're going to have to do. No. Okay, I can start taking some wounds here. So let's take some wounds. 1, 2. Alright, we got it. 2 wounds, but we did pass that test. Two glory. 1 test passed. We'll put that there. If we steal it out from under the villain, he'll be knocked out and have to go back to his thing. And he'll be laying down, so he'll be delayed. Market chase. This is not how you expected your morning to go. Lose him in the crowd or find a good place to hide. Okay. She has better. Well, she has about the same. She has the same agility. So we'll do agility. She has 3 agility. Pass. Pass. No problem. 3 glory. Another pass test. And let's see here. We're going to press on. We're going to do 1 more. That's all we need. The Dark Omen. Oh my god. Oh boy. As you approach the hanging skulls, you are filled with dread. Is it a warning or just a dark tiding of things to come? Boy, we got to get at least 4 threes. Well, we have +1 lore. So we have 4 dice. We have to get 3 or higher on every one of these dice. And we did not. We failed. So we're going to have to flip that card. And that's where we're at. Zhukov. And he's going to attack the mob HQ. Alright. And he's going to have to do a sneak test. Let's go ahead and get the mobsters out on the board. They use 8 dice, so we'll have to roll 8 dice. And I have to pick a number. It's kind of like before. And I want to pick the number. I'm going to pick the number 1 and hope to goodness we don't roll any 1s. Okay, well that's not too bad. We rolled 1-1. So we have to do a fight against a mobster. He's not good at fight, but he does have the pistol. Okay, so they have a fight dice of 3. I believe at the HQ, let me check this real quick. Da, 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 da. Oh, we have to do the city card first. Okay. So we have to do a city card. Immediately do lose D6 glory. Bad press. Well, we don't have any. Alright, so the mobsters are +1 defense. They're going to have 3 fight die. We are going to have 4 for combat. That 2. Okay, well, we got 4 hits on them. Nope, we got 3 hits on them. They got 2 hits on us. So we're going to take 1 wound. And they're going to take 2 wounds. Because they have 1 defense. Okay, we're going to do this again. Okay, they do 1 on us, and we do 2 on them. Which they have 1 defense, we have 1 defense. So they just end up taking 1 wound. So we're going to have to fight again. Okay, this time they do 3 wounds on us. My God. We're going to play this card here, just a scratch. Play when a hero or enemy is about to take a wound, prevent that wound. Okay, we're going to play that just a scratch card, so we only take 2 wounds. And we do that to them with their defense. We're only going to take 1 wound. We defeat them. We're going to get 3 glory for doing that. And we can either steal an artifact or move the track D3. We're going to move the track D3. We got to. So let's roll and hope we're at 4. So it's going to go back 2 spaces. Alright, so it's back at 12. And we've defeated this mob HQ. So, yay. Alright, Grant is going to try for the Shadow of Shadows. And that's 5 tests. Yikes. Deadly puzzle. Oh boy. The stones are beginning to move faster and faster. Decipher the glyphs before the mechanic completes its cycle. The mechanism completes its cycle. Okay, we have lore of 3. We gotta get 2 5s. This is a danger test because you can see from the red highlighted X's. And we did not make it. Dang it, we didn't make it. +1. We are in a jungle. I forgot about that. Oh, so close. Dang it, I was hoping for maybe something to help. We're not, so we have to... I could take a wound. Why not? Let's take a wound. No. Okay, let's do another one. No. My rolling is garbage. No. No. I'm gonna do one more and then I gotta stop. No. Okay. Flip that over. It's we're hurting. Man, we're hurting. Wow. Okay, Sharon, it's up to you. You can have an event. You do get an event card. Playing time here is collecting glory. That claims very glory. Play to force any single die and be real. Okay. Well, that is that. Oh, boy. Ooh, I could have used this. We're gonna. Well, we forgot. We didn't do it. We'll do it next turn. That'll give us +3 dice. Okay, villain turns. Let's do the villain event. This card plays on a random villain in play. Okay, it's going to go on Mickey the Hammer, and he gets +2 wounds. Okay. Outpost step. No. Okay. And now adventure. He's going to search. He gets to come out on the board. He's at the axe, which is 5. The shield is the next highest one, so he's coming out here. Okay, he gets to have adventure, but he's going to be -1 because there's a hero there. So he only gets 3 dice. Wow, he got 3 successes. Wow. Did he get the thing? He sure did. He got the artifact. Oh my goodness. Alright. After completing each danger here, roll d6. 1, 2, or 3, take a wound. No. Okay, so he got the axe. So 1, 2. Oh my goodness. Well, we tried to stab it off as best we could. He's going to get 5 for that, which is going to give them a total of 7, and they can sell 3, and so it's going to go to 15, and we lost the game. We were not even close. We had 4, 15, 20. Okay, we had 20 fortune. We were halfway there. I shuffled, but these kept getting me. These stupid Vile Tactics cards kept getting me. Wow. That went pretty bad. I probably did miss something that I could have used. Probably I messed up on that. I'm sure she would have went through a sea space, but then gains +2 fight dice against mobs. He never got the tech or the puzzles or anything like that. Okay, so my thoughts on Fortune and Glory. Well, you saw how it was. We didn't do any temples. The mob is a real basic, easy villain to play against, and you saw how we got beat. Next time we play Fortune and Glory, we're going to play as the Nazis. We're going to have the Nazis. They're going to have the Zeppelin that's moving around the board. We might use temples. We're going to have different heroes. But yes, it is, as you can see, it was very thematic with the little adventures and stuff like that. It's a little fun little thing, but it normally isn't as hard. I think I just rolled bad and made a few mistakes. What else is new? But that's the basic gist of Fortune and Glory. Fun little game. I recommend it. It's one of my favorite games. It's in my list of top 10 favorite games. I still love it, even though it's been out a few years. It does still feel like you're playing an Indiana Jones or something of that nature type movie. And yeah, I hope Flying Frog comes out with a new expansion for it. Alright, so that was Adventure Monday. Next week we'll have a different game on Adventure Monday. Until then, see you.